Hello again, I'm Woody. In this video we're going to look at the emu, an iconic bird that's full of character and well known to all Australians. Emus are real characters, always alert yet very curious, but at the same time can be shy and cautious. The emu is Australia's biggest bird and the second biggest bird in the world, which is quite something. The legs and feet are quite strong and large, and they can inflict a serious injury onto anything that tries to attack them. It's quite a defensive weapon. Emus look awkward when they drink. They don't sip the water, they scoop it up and then lift their heads and down it goes. The two methods of drinking are standing up, which is quite difficult for them, and then they crouch. When they crouch, they get right down, they don't have to lift their heads as much, and they're ready to take off if any danger turns up, a dingo or something like that attacks suddenly. These four birds are immature and already stand at over 1.5 metres tall. The emu's got a bit of a cult status in Australian folklore. The cartoonists especially have had many a story told about the bush, and there's always an emu in there somewhere with gumboots on or running boots or crazy hairdos. They've just had an open slather on them. The emu's feathers are very hair-like. They look a bit wiry, but in actual fact they're very soft. Yeah, the feathers are unusual, and they've got a double shaft, and the way they lay on the bird gives them great insulation from the 40 plus degrees temperatures that Australia can experience in the semi-arid zones. The birds preen themselves meticulously, and even though that untidy looking feather, it's not so. It's very, very well laid out. Yeah, those feathers, they serve a great purpose actually, and They were well sought after in the early days for different types of feathers, and many hundreds of thousands were slaughtered. A mature adult bird standing over 1.8 metres. Quite beautiful. You can see clearly the redundant little wings hanging down on the side of this adult. The emu is a very important bird for seed dispersion. They eat everything, and their droppings are just like one compact seed pack ready to go. So the bush depends on birds like this because seeds are hard to disperse sometimes unless they're an emu, travels great distances. The emu chicks are striped, and the male bird actually does all the brooding and raising of the young. They form large groups and stick together for most of their juvenile life. They are a nomadic bird, and they cover most of Australia in the semi-arid zones. Not so much the arid zones. They form large groups and they're called mobs. The mobs consist mainly of birds that are a similar age. At the slightest hint of danger, they take off and they can run fast. They can get up to speeds of about 60 kilometres an hour, and they panic. When they run down a track, they don't go off the track, they just run straight down the middle. They're also a bit of a celebrity because in the early days they were depicted on the Australian coat of arms beside the kangaroo, which is quite good. This emu sculpture is on the side of the highway out near Lightning Ridge, and the sculptor has made it up out of VW Beetle parts. There's a whole body and bonnets and boots and all sorts of stuff. It's very impressive when you stand beside it. He's done a good job on that. So the next time you see the old man emu running down in front of your car on a bitumen road or a dirt track, slow down a bit because the old emu, he won't. He'll just keep on running.